You are being watched, categorized, and cataloged. In the modern era, predictability is not just a personality trait, it is a vulnerability. The algorithms know what you will click. Your coworkers know what will annoy you. Your friends know exactly what you will say before you even open your mouth. Society has placed you in a psychological box, and you have comfortably locked the lid from the inside. To be predictable is to be easily controlled. If people know your patterns, they know your weaknesses. They know how to sell you things you do not need, how to trigger your insecurities, and how to keep you docile. The 99% spend their entire lives building a rigid identity. They announce their routines, broadcast their emotions, and defend their predictable opinions online. They are an open book written in large print for anyone to exploit. The top 0.01% operate differently. They understand the power of the void. The void is a state of psychological formlessness. It is the ability to adapt, shift, and move through the world without leaving a measurable trace. When you're formless, you cannot be attacked. You cannot be manipulated. You become a ghost in a machine designed to control the living. To escape the trap of the predictable masses and become truly sovereign, you must adopt the habits of the ancient Stoics. Here are 5 rules to construct the architecture of the void. Rule 1. The law of asymmetrical action. The average person reacts exactly how the world expects them to. If they are insulted, they get angry. If they are praised, they become arrogant. If they fail, they complain. This linear reaction makes them pawns on a chessboard. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that we must not react to events, but rather choose our response based on reason. To become unpredictable, you must break the chain of expected reactions. When someone tries to insult you, agree with them and watch their confusion. When you achieve a massive victory, remain entirely silent. By reacting asymmetrically, you short-circuit the expectations of the crowd. You leave them guessing. When they cannot predict your emotional response, they lose all power over you. Rule 2. Strategic silence. We live in an age of chronic oversharing. People believe that having a voice means they must use it at all times. They leak their energy by announcing their goals, their relationships, and their daily grievances. The Stoic Zeno said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say. Silence is the foundation of the void." When you stop talking about your plans, no one can sabotage them. When you stop complaining, no one can use your pain against you. By withholding your thoughts, you create a vacuum, and human beings are terrified of vacuums. They will project their own fears and assumptions onto your silence. While they are busy trying to figure you out, you are quietly executing the protocol. Let them hear you only when the work is already finished. Rule 3. The destruction of routine. Routine is excellent for building discipline, but fatal if it becomes an identity. If your schedule is entirely rigid, your mind becomes rigid. You become a slave to your own comfort. Seneca advised taking regular days to experience poverty, to eat the cheapest food, and wear the roughest clothes. This was a deliberate destruction of comfort. You must apply this to your daily patterns. Take a different route to work. Train at a different hour. Expose yourself to completely alien environments. By intentionally breaking your own patterns, you keep your mind sharp and your ego detached. You prove to yourself that your survival does not depend on a perfectly curated morning routine. You become a fluid entity capable of thriving in absolute chaos. Rule 4. Emotional camouflage. If someone can make you angry, they become your master. The 99% wear their triggers on their sleeves. They are easily provoked by political headlines, minor inconveniences, and the opinions of strangers. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, betrayals, and wars, yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." You must develop emotional camouflage. This does not mean you feel nothing. It means you reveal nothing. When chaos strikes, your face must remain entirely blank. Your internal citadel must be locked down. Let the storm rage outside, but do not let the wind through the windows. When the world realizes it cannot trigger a response from you, it will eventually stop trying. You become unbothered, untouchable, and utterly unpredictable. Rule 5. The Ghost Protocol. The ultimate flex in the modern world is not fame. It is anonymity. The masses are addicted to being seen. They measure their existence by the number of eyes looking at them. To build the architecture of the void, you must initiate the Ghost Protocol. You must be willing to disappear for 6 months, a year, or 5 years to build your empire in the dark. You do not need an audience for your evolution. You do not need to document your struggle. The elite understand that true power is built in absolute isolation. Stepping into the void is a terrifying concept for the average mind. It means letting go of the desperate need to be understood. It means killing the character you have been playing for the amusement of others. But when you finally detach, when you embrace silence, master your reactions, and disappear from the frequencies of the crowd, you gain the ultimate advantage. You are no longer playing by their rules. You are no longer confined to their box. You become an enigma, a sovereign force of nature. Stop being predictable, step into the void, and let the world wonder who you truly are.